that all the residents were informed.
Let's get the latest now from our reporter on the ground in Townsville. Alison Horn is there for us. Alison, tell us where you are and just what's happening.
Kirsten, this is one of the 6 suburbs that have been put on high alert here in Townsville. It's a suburb called Railway Estate. And behind me you can see why, because already these streets are starting to fill with water. We're on a closed section of road at the moment. This is one of the stores, a general store that's on the corner. But if we take a little walk up this street, you can see that home after home already has water lapping at their doorsteps. And that sort of flooding situation is expected to worsen over the next 6 hours as we see that massive release of water from the Ross River Dam. Now, that dam at the moment is currently at 180% of its capacity. And so as you played just before, the Townsville Mayor and the local disaster management group have made that difficult decision to release more water from the dam, putting suburbs and homes like this at risk as the evening goes on.
And so, Alison, are most of the residents there in Railway Estate making the decision to leave now?
I think it's a bit of a mixed basket. We have seen police and the army out door knocking in several suburbs this afternoon. Some people, like this home over here, we know have left and they are basically leaving this sort of an area, but we know that other people are choosing to stay. We've seen hundreds and hundreds of sandbags that have been filled throughout today, and so there is a difficult decision being made by many of the residents in these suburbs. Let's have a listen to what they've said earlier today.
A lot of the flooding had gone down yesterday after the rain had stopped for a while, so we thought we were okay, and got up this morning and it was just horrendous out there again. So, of course, now our big worry is the dam being open. So, yeah, fingers crossed that doesn't come up too high for us then.
We just come down to give a mate a hand and move some stuff from under his house up until the top of his house, just so once they release the floodwaters, it'll be more all under his house be inundated. So, yeah, we just try to move as much as we could.
We haven't had anything come through our house. We haven't had to get too much up high yet, but it's what's going to happen. What do we do with the animals? What do we do with all of our photos and things? We haven't had to do anything yet, but yeah, it's just that we don't know what's going to happen. That's our biggest thing at the moment.
Isn't over yet. What can locals expect for the next few days?
So there are predictions from the Weather Bureau of up to another 250 millimetres of rain in this part of the world. And I guess it's not just Townsville in the city centre here that is the concern. It's also areas to the north. Earlier today I was in a place called Bluewater, which is about half an hour north of Townsville. And that is the area that has been heavily affected by that flash flooding that came through on Wednesday morning, and then again for a second go this morning. And those people out there, many of them have completely lost their entire livelihoods. Homes out there will need to be gutted, and so the threat is not just for these areas, but I guess a large part of the Townsville region, both north and south.
Our reporter Alison Horn in Townsville. Fire authorities